right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before of your bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, like, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
You got it not, Jerry. I want you to say what you would mean it, brother. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
What is going on, my fellow degenerates? This is a special Thanksgiving episode of Smash It. We're about 30 minutes from kickoff, and you still have time to do some fantasy tinkering and getting your bets in. So today I'm going to do a NFL special covering both a little bit of gambling and daily fantasy. But let's start with the Brandon Brister lock of the day. And a lock of the day is the early game with Detroit and Houston. Currently have it at 51.5, and I think that's money. And there's a very specific stat that I found on OddsSharks, which is a great website to get gambling advice on. Teams that got shut out the week before, which Detroit did last week, are 16-4 in the last 20 against the spread. So my lock of the day is going to be the over-under 51.5, and then I'm parlaying that with not only Detroit covering, but Detroit winning. They are home dogs in this game, plus money. I absolutely love pairing both the over-under 51 and the Detroit money line. Now, let me get a little bit more into why I think that that game's going to go over. One, because Deshaun Watson is going to ball out today because I think he's playing from behind. Duke Johnson has been absolutely slowed up, and that Detroit defense is porous. They have been giving up about 274 yards through the air. They've limited touchdowns, but they haven't played Deshaun Watson. So I love the Texans to score a lot of points today. And then why do I love Detroit to score, considering they're coming off a shutout last week? Well, that's because the Texans are giving up 284 yards through the air, and Matt Stafford is going to be forced to throw the ball a lot. For those that didn't see Adam Schefter's tweet this morning, Swift is out, leaving them Adrian Peterson and Kerryon Johnson, neither of which are very good at all. So the Lions are going to rely on Stafford and the passing game, which hasn't treated them too well this year, unless you're considering they're going against that very, very soft Houston Texans defense. So that's what I like in the early game. Oh, wait, one more. Golladay being out for Detroit and Swift being out. I love TJ Hawkinson at plus 1,000 to score the first touchdown. I think that is a very good bet, given that the options that Detroit has and more with how bad that Texans defense is. All right, the latter game, which as fun and as exciting that I think Houston-Detroit's going to be, I think Washington-Dallas is going to be some people are going to be eating dinner during this game, and this game's going to put a lot of people to sleep afterwards. I love the under here at 46.5. It's actually a really, really good under. It was at 45 yesterday. So for those that were smart and got it at 44.5 or 45, I think that's a really good call. It moved up to 46, but I still like that under pretty comfortably. And what do you know? I like another underdog. If you've listened to our podcast over at the Sports Memory, I have Washington for the past 4 or 5 weeks now as as winning the NFC East. So I have to continue with them being all in. I think their offense is getting marginally better under Alex Smith, and everyone kind of forgets how bad that Dallas defense is. They've played better recently, but they are who they are. There's a large enough sample size through this year to know that Dallas's defense is no good. So I like Alex Smith to put up just enough points to win. I like the Washington defense to be just good enough to shut down Andy Dalton. So I like the under and Washington. Now, if you've been following along the whole time, I've given you my 4 plays of the day. Detroit money line, Washington money line, Houston, Detroit over, Washington, Dallas under. Now, through DraftKings, which is my go-to betting website here in Indianapolis, Indiana, those 4 games are going to pay out at plus 1770. So I always lay $10 bets, but screw it. It's Thanksgiving. I'm feeling good. I'm going 20. That's going to pay out at over $350, about $384.20. I love that bet. Go make yourself some money. For those that have DraftKings, and this is a little plug here, they have an automatic winner bet going on today. Max wager of $25 if any team scores a touchdown in Washington versus Dallas, they're going to double your money. Plus 100, put $25 down to win 50. Well, what that means to me, you got a free $50 to go lay down. So, if you want to take my money parlay and put that $50 winnings into it, you could have yourself a really, really good day. Some quick notes on some fantasy player prop or some player props for the Dallas-Washington game. Again, I think this is going to be ugly, and I love the passing yard unders. They have Dalton at 249.5. I don't think there's a way Dalton passes for 250 against that Washington front 7. And Alex Smith is at 243.5. I don't think Alex Smith sniffs 200 there. So those are my 2 player props I like in that game. Overall, I think today's going to be a really easy day in gambling. I think you can really make yourself some money. Last and not least, like I mentioned, if you're playing DFS, I think Watson is a great play. Right now, he's the 8th most expensive quarterback. And if you look at the first 7, there's some really tough QB matchups. You got Kansas City playing Tampa Bay. You got Herbert going east to go play Buffalo in a cold, scary atmosphere. I know the Buffalo defense hasn't been playing as well, but if you go through those matchups, Lamar versus Pittsburgh, Watson against Detroit is going to be a great bang for your buck. So go scoop him up for something better than he would normally go to. And then another guy I like is in Detroit. Marvin Jones with Golladay and Swift out. I think Hawkinson's going to get a lot of attention. So I think Marvin Jones, who is going to be pretty cheap for you, is a great buy for today. So that's it for me. Short and sweet. Again, good luck to all you degenerates. Make some money, drink some beers, and eat some food. Have a great Thanksgiving.